What's up, everybody? This is Jose from Sun Life. Welcome to Jacksonville to Duval, which is here at 90 miles from Cuba. Great little Cuban restaurant on the south side of Jacksonville. Now, odd thing about Jacksonville is that the south side is really the east side and the west side is really the north side. If you look at a map, the south side's not really the south side. The south side's really the east side. And when I first came to Jacksonville, I made a geographical description of where I was, and they made a neighborhood understanding of it. They're like, no, that's not the south side. You're not on the east side. That's the south side. I was like, okay, guys, I'm talking from a geographical standpoint. So geographically, we're on the east side, but according to the locals here, somehow this is the south side. So something like that. That's kind of how that works. But anyways, I love Jacksonville. It's a very fun city. Only drawback that it has to me is how freaking dangerous it is of a city. How much gangbanging there is. But overall, it's a really fun city to visit. It's got all the Florida vibes you want. And
Palm tree.
Yeah, I like Jacksonville a lot. So we're going to take a drive around. I guess this is the south side, according to the locals. This area has a large Latino population. A lot of Cubans are moving in from Miami. So I think the statistics on this neighborhood are really outdated because the populations had a real shift from... I don't know why I'm not satisfied with how my camera's sitting today. There you go. But yeah, there's a lot of Cuban people moving in, a lot of Cuban restaurants coming in. There wasn't a pigeon racing club, which is a Cuban thing here in Florida, in Jacksonville. They finally got that together. So it seems like Jacksonville is starting to become more attractive to Hispanics. The first time we came to Jacksonville together, there wasn't all that much Cuban stuff here. Other than the Arlington neighborhood. Which is kind of like where most of the Cubans are, in Arlington. But it's a growing Latino population, and that usually means real estate prices are going to go up. That's the first thing that happens there with that little change. So we're going to explore this area. Try to show you guys the businesses and roads. If anybody's thinking about moving out here, they can get an idea, or just to satisfy your curiosity. What the crap is going on in Jacksonville? Now, the further east you go, the nicer Jacksonville gets. More expensive real estate, less drive-by shootings, stuff like that. The further east you go, the nicer it gets. And the further west you go, the further from the beaches and stuff like that. That's kind of how that works. I am not happy with my camera today.
These are the type of houses I like.
These neighborhoods like these?
I do like this. It's like old Florida.
Yeah.
But the thing is, usually with neighborhoods like this, it's an aging population.
Yeah, older neighbors. Is it me or is the camera jumping around way too much? What do you think? About normal or too much?
Normal.
I feel like the camera's all over the place.
Yeah, it's okay.
I like the angle that it's at. Something about it just starting to tick me off. So this is what a normal neighborhood over here looks like. It's kind of older houses. We're kind of by Southern and MacArthur Court. Older neighborhoods, a lot of these houses are getting fixed up. What happens is when the Latinos move in, they'll grab a neighborhood that's completely run down, get houses really cheap, and they'll start fixing them up. So if Latinos move in, the neighborhood will definitely take a swing for the better if it's a lower neighborhood. If it's a nicer neighborhood, it'll degrade it. But if it's a crappy neighborhood, it'll make it better. That's kind of funny, but that's really how it is. We like our neighborhood just a little trashy. Not too trashy, just a little bit. Poquito, nomás. No muy bueno, pero no muy malo. Right in the middle. So Jacksonville could probably benefit from this change. A lot of people are fleeing southeast Florida, and they're coming up here. I actually looked at Jacksonville. When I looked at Jacksonville, there wasn't even that much Spanish stuff up here. And that was only about a year ago. It's changing rapidly.
That looks like one of the houses we were looking at.
I would love to go see that house. But it's on the north side, eh?
Yeah.
You remember what street it was on?
No.
56? I remember what street it was on. I'd love to see the house and see if they fixed it or see what the crap they did to it before we left. We've done that. It's just about every house we were looking at before we moved. We've gone to it eventually to look at it. This is kind of, there's some nicer houses in here. I know exactly where the house was if you want to go look at it. We're not far from it. And it would actually take us through Jacksonville. I know exactly where it was. You want to go look at it before we leave?
Up to you, baby.
57 actually. We're 17 minutes away. Let's do it.
Okay.
Turn left onto South Jupiter Court, then turn left onto Southside Boulevard.
What we're gonna do here? I'm gonna go north.
Turn left onto South Jupiter Court, then turn right onto Florida 115 North. Turn right onto Florida
We're gonna
115
start this
North
tour on this side
Southside
of
Boulevard.
Jacksonville.
Continue on Florida 115 North for 1.5 miles.
Our Jacksonville videos the last time we were here did amazing. I like the city. I mean, it's a nice city, I think.
Yeah.
One thing bad about it is how dangerous it can be. It's just too much going on. It's got a good area. I can't afford the good area. I'm tired of living in crappy areas because it's all I can afford.
If you watched the video before this one, I got Cuban coffee.
Okay. Enough with the coffee now.
It's still not Starbucks, but it'll work.
So we're heading towards Arlington now. Which, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to be here in Jacksonville. I mean, today's a weekday, and look how little traffic there is. It's a slower paced city. I thought it was good. I mean, I thought when I was here, it looked like there was a lot of more economical movement back then. This was right before the lockdowns or right during them? I can't remember. It was right during the lockdowns when we came. Right? I mean, right when the lockdowns came through, we came to Jacksonville. We saw the city during the lockdowns.
I remember it was the weekend before Georgia started opening up where you could sit in restaurants. And then while we were here, Florida announced that they were going to do it too.
Yep. Changing times for sure.
Yeah.
Sure enough. So the east side's a lot nicer, and this area here is just kind of like regular. Look at it as kind of like Montgomery, where you got the west side and the east side, and the east side's better, kind of like that. Because people only seem to want to show like the bad side of Jacksonville, but there are better parts and regular parts where you can afford. If I were moving to Jacksonville, I would say this Arlington area is probably an area I would look at.
In a quarter mile, take the exit toward Florida 115 North.
There's a lot of malls and stuff. I mean, Jacksonville's a big city. It's the largest city in Florida by population. But it's also spread out. I mean, Jacksonville is really like 50 small cities, you could say, all into one. It's really spread out.
Head southwest on Atlantic Boulevard toward Mill Creek Road, then turn right onto Mill Creek
It's a
Road.
big county, and the whole thing's
Turn right onto Mill Creek Road. Head southwest on Atlantic Boulevard toward Alton Avenue. Continue on Atlantic Boulevard for 1 mile.
I'm not going for a longer than a mile. I'm trying to stay on the back roads. I know it takes a little bit longer. On this trip, we're not looking at how long it takes to drive through the city. We're looking at how much of a scenic drive you guys can get. So you guys can get a real good view of the city. So this part's not run down or nothing. try to take you guys through the most run-down areas and stuff like that all the time. People are always like, why you always show the hood, dog? No, I show everything. The hood videos get 50 times more views. Why are you looking up the hoods? Because I show everything. You know, it's like they get mad at me, why you always show the hood, dog? And I make sure always when I go to an area, as much as possible, if I do a hood video, I'll try my best to do a nice side of town video too. Not always possible, but I try a little bit. It's proven the hood video will get 100 times more views than the little nice neighborhoods. Nobody cares about that. Everybody cares about the hood, dog.
I just saw a Puerto Rican food truck.
Yeah, there's a lot of Spanish stuff on this side of town. I still like Jacksonville, let me tell you, I do. I still like Jacksonville. It's just, I don't know if I can put up with the constant, he's got a Haitian flag right there. It's starting, if it turns into Miami, or everybody from Miami starts moving up into here, I don't know if I like it that much.
Continue on Atlantic Boulevard for 2 miles.
If it turns into a little Miami, if it turns into a little Miami of people who couldn't afford to live in Miami, so they ended up here, I don't know if that's...
Yeah. What I noticed with Orlando is they had all the stores that you'd go to in Miami area, like Centano's, El Presidente, like all of that. It's like they're moving further north, like they're gonna open it here.
Yep. And I'm okay with the... I love the cultural aspect of it.
Yeah, but price rise...
Price rises.
Yeah, that's probably not something the locals are gonna like.
Price rises, criminality.
Yeah.
Or should I say lawlessness, really? Might be a better term. Lawlessness, criminality.
Yeah.
And there's another aspect of it too, which is that I like the cultural aspect of it.
Yeah.
But, you know, it just turns into a big slum. You know, like look at Kissimmee. New buildings, new stores, every shopping you could ever want. And then you got people flicking you off in traffic. I mean, that city was aggressive.
Yeah.
In Ponciana, you saw coming to Ponciana, that's a suburb. That's a real nice place. And it felt like the people were really kind of like angry and rude.
Yeah.
I don't believe Ponciana, like just a nice looking place. By the way, I don't think I uploaded that video. The Ponciana video?
Well, then upload.
Is there something on the hood of that car that it crashed and gets stumped up like that?
What?
What's up with the roof of that car there?
Something crashed into it.
Like a piece of furniture?
I don't know.
Hard to tell from here. So now we're on Atlantic and University. And we're gonna keep going along until we get back on a highway that'll take us across a bridge downtown, across the St. John's River, back to the other side of Jacksonville, where I'm expecting that we... Oh no, somebody, like they crashed or something. They both crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Maybe a tree fell and hit them both?
I don't know.
Not sure.
Publix.
El Publi.
I like Publix. I get sushi there.
See a Jamaican flag over there. Somebody has a Jamaican flag on their car. Not play with them. Like, I like the cultural aspect of it. Like when when Jacksonville's going through it now, you got all these people from Miami, Haitian, Jamaican, Cuban, Puerto Rican moving. I like the cultural aspect, the restaurants, the food, but I don't want to live around people. It's just too maybe could ghetto be the word? I'm not sure what the right word is. Lawless might be better. It's just different. I don't know. It's good fun places to, those projects right there. Good fun places to visit, but not to live on the day to day. It's a good place to be near for restaurants, party. At least projects or restaurant
Apartments.
apartments. They're kind of hood. Got that hood look to it.
Colonial
Front looks
flag.
pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you notice how much construction there was when we were coming in through Arlington from the east side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are brand new. They look really
Brand
nice.
spanking new, man.
Oh, that's one thing I could never do now that I've like got a property with some
In a quarter
land.
mile, slight right.
Live
onto the
in a
Ramp to
condo.
Hart Bridge downtown.
That's
Yeah.
never happening.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. After you learn to have your own piece of land and everything,
Mm-hmm.
living in an apartment again, that's not gonna happen.
Like,
You get used to that land, that privacy, that's like a barrier between you and other people. Yeah.
Slight right onto the Ramp to Hart Bridge.
Even when, like-
merge onto US
Like
1
I've noticed, like
alternate
when I
north.
visit people that live in apartments,
mm-hmm.
it's almost like you're whoever's next door lives with you. Like at some point, you have to interact with them in some type of way.
Yeah.
And even us, like we're in Alabama, way out in the woods, and we kind of have to interact with our neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
like I want to live somewhere where I don't have to interact with anybody.
I think we're gonna get more land
Yeah,
in the future.
the rain's coming. Once it comes, it's gonna ruin our video making.
Yeah.
Continue on US 1 alternate north for 3/4 of a mile.
What we could do is, if I can get a suit and tie for my Zoom meeting, we can keep going north. I don't want to go back to Alabama right now, do you?
Yeah.
We just gotta get me a suit and tie for my Zoom meeting. You can see downtown Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And that's. Oh my God! Why are you stopped here? What the crap is that guy doing, bro? What the crap? I took my eyes off the road for 1 second because this guy, because the downtown, I mean, it's amazing. Like, you're gonna look at the skyline; it's right there. He's like on his phone or something. I don't know if his transmission is bad or what. Look how beautiful this is, Katie. Wow.
I'm looking at freighters.
Quarter
I'm
mile,
happy.
take the
I'm
exit
happy.
toward US 1 alternate north.
This
I
is
like
awesome.
freighters.
Let me tell you,
And
Jacksonville,
tugboats.
they got a new building in Skyline.
Apparently,
They got a new building. What are we doing here? But
they got freighters
What
and
the
tugboats.
crap?
I'm happy.
that guy is literally stomped on the bridge.
Take the exit toward US 1 alternate north, then keep left.
Excuse me.
Yeah, the onion in those sandwiches.
Yeah.
I'll give you a little
Keep
bit.
left.
Man, that Cuban food was good, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, look at those trains down there. My dad would love that. Keep left. Keep
Dad
left.
needs to go to Jacksonville.
Continue for half a mile.
Jacksonville is one of the most incredible cities. I like Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I want to see the Carolinas. If we could just buy a suit and tie, suit and tie won't be the problem. The jacket will be the problem.
Yeah.
Those can get really expensive.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't even have to like it. It can just be like a jacket that
Quarter
fits.
mile, keep left.
See if there's
Continue
some-
toward US 1 alternate north.
So there's some Marshalls on this side of town. I'm gonna be driving on this road for a little bit. Just keep an eye on the map and then see if there's a Marshalls somewhere out here. Would Marshalls be the best place to get it or
Keep
Ross?
left.
Because a shirt and tie is like $10, and a jacket is like, what's a jacket? You know, like, I mean, it can be up
1.5
to,
miles, take the exit toward East 21st Street.
even like a Goodwill might have it. What do you think a Goodwill have it?
Mm-mm.
I just need it for that zooming. That's all I really need. And even if I have to throw it away once I'm done, it doesn't matter. Because I don't want to go back to Alabama. And the job that we're getting, I don't feel like going back to Alabama. We're this far from home. Let's take advantage of it, right?
Okay.
Okay or no?
I told you what I wanted to do this morning. You
What
thought
do you-
I was crazy.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
What I was thinking was,
Go back to Alabama,
yep,
rest, and then go north?
yep. All I wanted to do, even if we were to head north, I wanted to head into Alabama, stop at the house quick, get your stuff, get my stuff, and then go.
In other words, you want to stay on. Oh, look at the project.
I don't want to stay at
Let's
our,
get over there. I want to see that.
I don't necessarily want to stay at our house tonight. I just want to grab those things and
No,
go.
let's take a little break. Let's go home and take a break.
Yeah.
We've been on the road for a few days. Take a little break. We can always do the Carolinas whenever. You you know?
Yeah. I wanted to head to Michigan. And then just take 65 all the way
In
up.
half a mile, take the exit toward East 21st Street.
So we're going home. Don't need to buy anything at Marshall's. Dude,
Yeah.
that looks so ghetto in there. I want to check it out. Oh, what's up, dog? I want to go in there. Dude, it looks good.
Yeah.
Take the exit toward East 21st Street,
Man,
then
this
keep
looks so
right at the
good.
fork.
Plus, I need to get into your dad's room and clean it.
Yeah. Okay, let's go home and take a few days.
Yeah.
And then
Keep
once
right at the
once
fork.
we're home, we'll hit the road again after we
Yeah.
take care of business.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Buckman Street.
Look how hood it looks back in there. Oh, man, look at the hood, dog.
Yeah. Nice.
I like how hood Jacksonville is.
I like this.
It's like hood for real, like front the hood, dog. I like the hood, dog. Oh man, look at how hood the kids run around with no adult supervision. It's just beautiful.
Payphones.
Turn left onto Buckman Street.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. Even Sarah's like, Jose, you need to see the hood, dog. Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know
Continue
if I
on
could have
Buckman
done this.
Street for half a mile.
This is way too ghetto. I
Yeah.
don't know if I could live in this neighborhood. Yeah, this would have been way too much for us.
Yeah.
You don't think this would have been way too much for us?
Yeah. A little much.
Yeah, this would have been way too much. We're not even there at all, it looks like. This is way too hood for us. I'm glad we ended up. This is like living in West Montgomery. Like, seriously. And what's weird about it is, I bet you this is more gangster than West Montgomery.
Probably.
And I bet you a house here costs 5 times as much. And I bet you could probably get a better job in Montgomery. That is the one thing that does not make sense about Florida. Look how deep this hangout spot is right here. Look how deep it is.
Yeah.
That's a deep spot, bro. Like 20 people sitting behind the tree right there. This is hood out here. Jones and Jones Corner Store.
Head west on East 28th Street.
It's starting to rain.
In 800 feet, continue straight.
800 feet, continue. I had a great time on this trip. This is the most fun I've ever had on a trip. I like Jacksonville. Is that the second person we see pushing a lawnmower today?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Continue straight onto Prevette Street, then turn left onto East 27th Street.
Is it the same guy or a different guy?
Never.
Different guy, yeah. Oh, it's just a lawnmower pushing type of day. Pray, yo, this looks gangsta than a mug up in the joint.
Turn left onto East 27th Street.
I'm just gonna go on. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna go through if we go this way too. Man, it looks like it's gonna take us right to the heart of the hood.
In 1,000 feet, turn left.
I'm gonna go through the Talleyrand hood. Yeah, this is like living in West Montgomery.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I could have done this.
Yeah.
People are friendly though. See how he waved at us?
Mhm.
In Montgomery, a white person in my hood, they would never. That's the one thing I do like about Jacksonville, bro. Like the Spanish people out here and the black people, we cool, man. And, like white people too. Everybody's cool out here. Where everybody's cool out here. Don't matter where you're from. That's the one. Oh shit! My bad, yo. I almost died. Excuse my language. See, like we almost hit him,
Yeah.
and he waved hi at us instead of getting mad. Like make me
In a
want
quarter mile, turn left onto Wigmore Street.
Give me, if I got a $20 bill, I'm gonna give this guy. I feel like giving this guy a $100 bill, man. I really do feel like giving this guy a $100 bill, yo. I almost crashed into him, and instead of him flicking me off, he waved at me. And then on top of that, I was talking about how much I like the people here in Jacksonville. Like here in Jacksonville, if you're Spanish or white, you can move into one of these neighborhoods and you'll be all right. Other than the crime, there's a white lady right there in that hood, right in the looking house. You know, Jacksonville ain't with that
Turn
garbage,
left onto
man.
Wigmore Street.
In Montgomery, oh, you're in my hood, you white, you're gonna crack out of my hood now. I'm gonna buy these guys lunch if I get a chance to pull over, but wherever they pull over, if I get a chance to. I almost hit them. It was my fault because I almost blew a stop sign. And instead of being mad at me, they waved hello. You know what I mean? Like, that's Southern hospitality, man. No, in Montgomery, you go in the hood of Montgomery, and I like the Montgomery area. The Montgomery area in general is one of the friendliest places in the country. Like where I live outside Montgomery, friendliest people you'll ever meet live where I live. But I like the city for Jacksonville. I've always said Jacksonville and Ocala are two cities that even though they're cities, the people are decent as crap, man. I want to see if I can catch these guys. Let me see if I can get them to pull. See if I can pull. If they pull over somewhere, I can stop near them. You know what I mean? Like, how on earth? If that had been Miami somewhere else, he'd have been screaming at us. Or well, we did meet that one meat lady. Remember here in Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Where the other person was stuck in the way, like, get out of my way, you.
Yeah.
This stupid in my way.
Yeah.
That's exactly how she said too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna repeat what she said though. But yeah, it's just it's interesting how, you know, Jacksonville and Ocala. So this is the house that we wanted to buy in Jacksonville was in this neighborhood here. We would have bought it, but when we went to buy it, the owner, what do you do, Katie?
Raise the price.
By how much?
A lot.
This is a small community back here. Let's see if I can catch up with these guys. He's probably just gonna go work right here. Let's talk to him real quick. There they go. I'm gonna buy him lunch real quick. I want to tell him. Give me this $1 bill. I want to say I can talk to him. So I can get to him. Yeah, there's people hanging out at the gas station.
Head west on East 46th Street toward Alta Street,
We'll talk
then
to him
turn
real
right
quick.
onto Alta Street.
Make sure you get it out so I can talk to him.
I don't have that. I only
I have it on my wallet.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey y'all. Hey man, sorry about that. I almost ran into y'all, man.
Yeah, you're alright.
Hey, let me do something for you though. Take that right there, man. Take that to the driver, man.
All right.
I almost ran into y'all, and y'all, instead of being mad, y'all just waved at me, man. I appreciate that, man. That's the way it should be, bro.
Yeah.
That's how it should be, ain't it? Yeah, you good, man. That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be, you know?
Yeah.
It was my
Head
fault.
south on
Yeah.
Buffalo Avenue toward East
It was my
46th
fault. I almost
Street, then
crashed
turn
into
right
him.
onto East 46th Street.
It was around here, baby. This neighborhood
Turn
is
right
rough.
onto Alta Street, then turn right onto East 47th
This is
Street.
junkyard and everything.
Yeah. Because we discussed coming up this way,
Quarter mile,
and
turn
I was
left
like,
onto East 57th
let's
Street.
go. Let's see if we can try something new.
But see, if you're watching this video, instead of being a piece of crap, disrespectful pig with your mouth and flicking people off and being angry at people, if you just acted like a decent freaking human being, the good things would happen in your life. I'm telling you, because I've been in situations where I learned that from other people, right? I learned that now. That's something I learned in Alabama, right there. When somebody acts the right way, you reward them for it, and they'll keep doing it. You know what I mean? When somebody acts the right way, you reward them for it. Learn that in your life. Reward people for doing the right thing, because enough people don't do it, man. You know what I mean? Was it 55th Street, Kate, or 57th?
I'm not sure.
I think it was the next one. This is rough. You see like 4 or 5 guys hanging out by that gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is way too rough back here. I think it was this street right here.
Yeah.
56.
Turn left onto East 57th Street, then your destination.
Let's see, like, what's weird about this neighborhood is, I think from here forward, it becomes like a really nice neighborhood. That was it right there, 57th. Was this the street? I'm
Yeah.
almost positive it's one of these streets here.
I think it's that greenhouse.
It's in here. It was a greenhouse. They had like a little fence. It was right in these little...
Greenhouse, little fence, and there was a cement garage. That might have
There it
been
is.
one of them.
There it is right there. They fixed it. Was that it? There it is. Is that it? That was it right there. See, they put a new garage in and everything. That was it. So this house, we wanted to buy this house. Is that it? It was green. They painted it. Wow, they painted it. We were going to buy this little house. They took down that stupid. Is that it? Man, that looks nothing like it. No, that was it right there.
Right.
No, look that right there. That was it.
Yeah, that was it.
That was it.
Yeah.
So we were gonna buy this house right here. That was it. I don't know. This little house right here.
Mm-hmm.
We were gonna buy this little house. It was whatever price. I think it was $70,000. I remember now, $70,000 for this little house right here. Now, this house is what, from like the 40s or 50s?
Yeah.
They haven't put a new roof on it yet. It's got a big shop in the back. It's got a big oak tree. Excuse me. We were trying to buy this house. We had the money cash. We looked. We hadn't even seen it in person. We had seen it on the outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, we did go inside, didn't we?
Mm-mm.
We were in the yard though at one time.
No.
No?
Never.
Well, anyways, we were gonna buy that house, and
We couldn't get over here to look at it.
I'll call my customer real quick. Oh, she might be working. I'll let her know. I'll just text her. Thank you so much for working with me. As soon as I get back to Millbrook, I'll let you know. The rain kind of messed up all our plans. We should have been back already, but it's been raining. It's been crazy trying to get back. So, yeah, this neighborhood is very transient looking. I'm glad we didn't end up here. This is a hood.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a white area. This is kind of like Portland and Louisville,
Mm-hmm.
where it's white, but it's still pretty crappy. It's a white hood. But anyways, that's the house that we wanted to buy in this neighborhood. I'm looking around at, you know, the area. It kind of looks like, I'm glad we didn't end up here. This is straight up hood.
Yeah, this is a little.
This is like living in Montgomery.
Yeah, this is a little bit too much of
Look
a.
at the corner store.
Yeah.
Just look at the corner store. That is like the most ghetto looking corner
Yeah.
store. That right there is the most ghetto looking corner
Yeah.
store. In fact, I might even make that a cover photo. That's definitely gonna be the cover photo. That's like the most ghetto looking corner store I have yet to see.
Yeah.
It is really that bad.
Yeah.
Look how much litter there is
yeah.
outside of it.
Mm-hmm.
She's definitely Cuban or Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
So I'm glad it didn't work out, really, right?
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's a little bit more hood than what I would have wanted.
Yeah.
This is like living in West Montgomery.
Yeah. There's a little bit too much vagrancy.
Yeah, I'm glad that fell through.
Mm-hmm.
No, some of these houses, and then just, like that street right there, like, these are pretty streets right here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get me wrong, these are pretty streets coming through here. But the amount of like hood stuff here, it's present.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. There's definitely a hood element. But look, they're building new houses.
Yeah.
Ain't that something? They're building new houses.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. To me, this would be like living like in West Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, at least in West Montgomery, it's a neighborhood. Once you get in, you might be all right.
Yeah.
Out here, it's like a constant flow of people. It looks more ghetto than West Montgomery.
Yeah.
Look at that eviction notice on that one right there.
Mm-hmm.
This little house looks so hood. You into a train. No crap, you better. You don't even have to suggest that one. Like, yeah, yield for the train, because it might not stop for you. See, when I was looking at this house, I looked at the race map and I was like, oh, it's a wide area. So, we'll be alright. Actually, the wide area looks rougher than some of all the other hoods anyway. It looks good out here. You got like trains and people heading around. It's pretty hood. I don't like the hood though. Like really from the hood though. I want a cool. I want a blue though. Can't go back in here? What? It's just a street, right? Yield to train. I love how it's like a suggestion. Like, yeah, just yield to them.
Yeah, you can go through it if you want.
Give it a try.
Yeah, give it a try. Yeah.
Take your chances on this one, Jose. So, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna go back?
Let's try to the house.
Wanna go back to the house?
Yeah. I at least want to pick a couple things up, and then
If we hit the road, do it right.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot we had talked about going home. So let's do it. Let's GPS home from here. From here with GPS. There's a guy. He's like picking up beer cans behind the gas station. He picks up beer cans for scrap.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We are from here to there. We are 6.5 hours. We can do it.
Head west on East 59th Street toward
we can
Buffalo
drive.
Avenue. Then turn left onto Buffalo
I
Avenue.
love how 6 hours doesn't seem like he's picking up
Turn
scrap.
left
now.
onto Buffalo Avenue.
He's picking up.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto 50th Street East.
That is officially the
This
most
route avoids
ghetto
the road
looking.
closure on Forest Drive in Dothan. You are on the fastest route. You will arrive at 6:45 p.m.
Let's be honest, that is the most gangster looking corner store I have ever seen. We would have been our corner store would be the ghettoest looking. Not even in Montgomery have I seen a corner store that ghetto or Birmingham. That is like officially the most ghetto corner store I have ever seen. And we were coming from Naples. We were so desperate to get out of Naples.
That
We would have ended up here in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
Does that eliminate every possibility we thought about? I think we've done it all. We thought about moving to
Turn right
Texas.
onto 50th Street East.
We thought about moving to Texas. We went to Texas.
Yeah.
We thought about moving to. That's it. This is the last house.
Continue on 50th Street East for half a mile.
Like if Montgomery if we hadn't bought it in Alabama.
Yeah. That's why I said, like, when we were in the process and looking at, because we could have driven anywhere when we were at that point. I said, you know what? Jacksonville is still Florida. Ocala is still Florida. Florida seems to be in a trend of real estate crazy.
No!
I said, let's take a chance. Let's go to Alabama. And if Alabama doesn't work, we'll try somewhere else.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when your money's in real estate, it doesn't really matter where you go. You know what's crazy? We're 6 hours from home, and I didn't think, wow, that's a long drive. I thought, that's better than some of the like.
Yeah.
Can't believe I just. We're at the point where 6 hours feels like nothing.
Yeah. It's closer than going back to what, your dad's house or.
We're gonna have to drive through this rain regardless. And I-10's not that bad in the rain.
No, it's not.
Continue on North
I-10's
Main
not
Street
bad.
for 1.5 miles.
Donuts. I've really had fun on this trip.
Yeah.
It's just the notion that we would be living, if we had moved into that house,
Yeah.
we would be living near the most gangster looking corner store I have ever seen. The amount of oil in front of that driveway, it's like decades of, and then there's like a guy picking garbage cans outside. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I like Jacksonville though.
Yeah.
Like I would not have felt uncomfortable in this neighborhood. They got lemon peppers right there.
Yeah.
I would have felt uncomfortable here. Montgomery would make you feel uncomfortable for not being black.
Yeah.
Here you wouldn't feel uncomfortable not being black.
Yeah.
Because here you got, it's not only is it mixed, but there's no, remember when we went there from the last video?
Yeah.
Not only is it mixed, but there's no racial tension here.
Yeah.
That's one thing about Jacksonville, Tampa, and Ocala. There's not too much racial tension.
Yeah.
And although Tampa is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It depends on what person you get, but they're not like, I don't know. And not everybody, and like, let me get this straight, not everybody in Montgomery is like that. Like, I live in the outskirts of Montgomery, and I love it. But I'm dealing with, like, retired military black people where I live. They're really pleasant people. And you go to the east side of Montgomery, and they're amazing people. Like, I love working for Alabama people. Everybody. I love everybody in Alabama. But we're referring to this neighborhood versus West Montgomery. West Montgomery is kind of like a, like I've been in West Montgomery and I've had people yell at me, get out of my neighborhood, you know, whatever. More elaborate than that, which I would never do though. Like, can you imagine?
Turn right.
Like, I live in an all-white neighborhood. I could not imagine me yelling at somebody coming into my neighborhood and being like, hey, you know, you're not supposed to be here. That's horrible. You know? But it's a reality. But nobody tells you that. Nobody will tell you that. But it's a reality that, you know, that little situation in Alabama, that's the way it really is. You know, they tell you it's the other way around, but that's the reality of that thing. But, no, it's just too much gang banging around here. I couldn't live in a place like this.
Turn right, then use the left lane to take the US 1 North ramp.
Turn right and then use the left lane. I guess it wasn't this right. That turn so early. Is that a Mitsubishi? Get out of here, man. You're not supposed to pimp out a Mitsubishi.
Head west on West 21st Street toward North Laura Street. Turn left onto North Laura Street, then use the left lane to take the US 1 North ramp.
Well, you can go through here. But I want to see the hood. I like this hood. Siri, can I just drive around this hood for a little bit? Will you let me?
Head west on West 21st Street toward Silver Street. In a quarter mile, turn left onto Boulevard Street.
Hey, you want to drive out of here? You want to drive? I've been driving all morning. I've already driven over 2 hours. It's your turn to drive.
Can we, like, do this later?
No, we're here. Come on, the highway's right there. It was fine. Just walk to this door, and then I'll jump over the seat.
Don't spill my coffee.
I won't spill your coffee, bro. Just get on in. Ah! 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 Okay, I'm here. Oh, I like it. Nice. Yeah, stop it exactly at 45 minutes.
Okay.
Because that's how long. I mean, like, you gotta wash it down to like the last second. Use your windshield wipers.
Yeah.
Why didn't we want to get out here, Kate? Are you scared of the Brentwood neighborhood of Jacksonville?
No, I don't want rain on my glasses.
Alright, so we'll go 1 block ahead. What's wrong, Katie? Oh, like, gotta move up a little bit so you can see the cars coming around this building.
Yeah.
Wow, what a horrible intersection.
Yeah.
Dude, this looks so hood over here.
Mm-hmm. Go up more or that way?
You go up 1 more block.
1 more block? By that gas station?
Yeah, and then up there, we gotta get to the left and you get on the highway right by that gas station.
Okay.
And you gotta watch the clock. You gotta turn it off exactly at 45 seconds.
Okay.
Sometimes you might be on a second less or more. It's better if it's a second more. But this is so hood. We would have ended up living in like the most hood place we've ever gone to.
Turn left onto Boulevard Street, then turn right onto the ramp to US 1 North.
So you can barely see it, but right behind that bus, there's an entrance to the highway. It's really small.
Okay.
Not bad. You got a green light. Let the little car go.
Okay.
Good to go. Good to go. Oh, before the bus gets away.
Turn right onto the ramp to US 1
Right
North,
here?
Like
then
you-
merge
that was
onto
it, you
US
missed
1
it.
North.
That was it?
Well, you didn't listen. That was it. That was definitely it. You
I
guys-
thought it was up here.
Well, you didn't listen.
Head south on Boulevard
Take a
Street
left.
toward West 19th Street. Turn left onto West 18th Street, then turn left onto Perry Street.
Okay. To the left on Perry Street. You can try that again.
Turn right onto Boulevard Street, then turn left onto the ramp to US 1 North.